I was gonna wait a little while before I do anything else with Vitaly, but apparently he got immediately jailed after he made bail, and I just gotta see what's up with that, man. I was too curious. Legal Mindset with Andrew Esquire.
Vitaly was granted bail, but still is in jail in the Philippines. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, the Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. And I've been following the Vitaly case from front to back. And this is a very interesting turn in this case, insofar as Vitaly was seeking bail. He was seeking to get out and be released. Of course, bail is when you'll pay money.
And apparently he did make bail
in order to be released, and you're allowed to be out and about before your trial. However, Vitaly was successfully granted bail and still ended up in jail.
How the fuck did that happen, man? Like, how do you do that?
How did that work? Well, let's explain the overall situation. And of course, we have the article here. You can see this from the Manila Bulletin, where despite posting bail on criminal charges, Russia...
People would be calling bullshit if this happened over here in America. But it's not America. He's in Korea.
Vlogger Vitaly returns to the Bureau of Immigration for his deportation case. We could go through some of the facts in this article. Despite posting bail for the provisional liberty on his criminal charges before the Taguig City Regional Trial Court, Russian vlogger Vitaly Zorvetsky has returned to the detention facility of the Bureau of Immigrations. Because he faces a deportation case, even if he files for bail in his local case, he will still be returned to the custody of the BI.
So he's getting deported from the country? Is he going to serve jail time from there and then get deported, or is he going to be deported and then serve jail time somewhere else? What's going on with this? Or maybe they're just going to deport him and be like, no, we're done with you. If you come back to our country, we're going to throw you in actual prison.
Will not be allowed to roam around as he is seen as an undesirable alien. That is a determination made by the Immigration Board that he is an undesirable alien. And
this makes me think that he's going to get kicked out of the country. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to charge him or anything. They're just going to be like, don't come back.
Undesirable aliens are presumptively kept in captivity. They're kept behind bars and not released in the wild, released out there for everybody. And mind you, that's two different jurisdictions. And what happened the other day on June 11th was the Bureau of Immigration actually transferred Vitaly to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, BJMP. So essentially imagine that immigration transferred him to the local system. And under the local system, you do have a right, particularly because he is charged with unjust vexation. With those charges, he had a right to request bail, and he was granted bail, because he had those charges against him. However, because of his determination in the immigration court, which, by the way, as we covered on this channel, already denied him bail. The immigration court has already said, no, Vitaly, we're not going to give you bail. You are a flight risk. You are somebody we're not going to give bail. We don't want to give bail. Because of that fact, he's...
well, man, I don't know. Are they going to keep him? This case, this is so suspenseful, man. This is one of the most suspenseful dramas that I've ever been a part of. I love it. I love it so much.
Never going to be fully free. Now, this is very interesting. Why would Vitaly post bail? Well, of course, he doesn't want to be behind bars. Of course, he wants to be let free.
Like, we really don't know where this is going.
But beyond that, he probably was a little bit intimidated of the local jails. Those are a tougher environment. There's a lot more locals. There might be people messing with them. He would have to behave himself with the local posses, the local gangs in that particular jail. He would have to kind of keep his head low. And that's something he probably was mindful of in that local jail. So now he's back in the BI. And
I think somebody needs to make a movie. They need to make a movie called, like, Crash Out or something like that. And it's just a movie about nuisance streamers being stupid in the streets, and they all get arrested. And then you watch them go through the system. Absolute cinema, in my opinion.
Mind you, the local jail he was transferred to was one of the world's toughest prisons. So if you've seen the World Toughest Prisons show, the one that he was transferred to under the BJMP was an extremely harsh prison. This was one that was one of the toughest in the world.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be in the actual population, though. He's probably somewhere like maybe with other deportation cases. I don't know. We'll probably find out more information about what the conditions were like in the future when he's out. I don't know. He'd probably lie about a bunch of stuff.
So now he's back in the BI facilities. Now he's back transferred in that. So he's with other deportees. So that's where he will presumptively remain and presumptively stay until his trial date. So until that trial date comes up, he's going to be in the BI. He's going to be sitting there. He's not going to be let go. That's already been denied. So this is going to be the fate of Vitaly. Also, an interesting perspective is I've heard a lot of rumors of folks when they're talking about how much time he's going to get, etc. Right now, the maximum he faces is 18 months. And most people within the system.
And he's already served like 3 months. I'm pretty sure they do have the time served thing there also. Because why wouldn't they?
And people that have been slipping me information here and there. Think about it.
Oh, wait. It's not America. That's why they wouldn't. Huh.
Year and a half is about accurate for Vitaly. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that's sufficient? And what do you think about the jail situation? Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Are you guys enjoying the stream today?
Yes. Absolutely. Dude, this shit is like a prolonged movie. It's like I'm waiting every week for the next episode of Vitaly and Johnny Somali to come out. My grandpa was waiting on the new Star Trek when he was my age, and I'm waiting on the new Vitaly. I just can't take it anymore, man. I just want this to end. I have to know what the end is like. I have to know how this movie ends.